everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Bridgewater now on second down. He's got time. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards.
One involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
A good explosive run there sets him up with a new set of downs, and every team wants to start their game with a really nice drive. 3 and out. No one wants to see that, and they were able to avoid it after that run.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
After watching those back-to-back big-time runs, I often think about how coaches define balance. Because for all of us, it's like 50% run, 50% pass. But for them, balance is doing what you want when you want to and successfully. And right now, they ought to keep their balance inside of the running game.
Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Second down, Bridgewater. That's complete, right around the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Let's go. Blue 58.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball. Put points on the board first and let everyone start to celebrate.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. One receiver to the left is Evans. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's brought down. On first down, Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Ten yards still left on second down. Rodgers will try again on second down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Bridgewater now on second down. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. Play action. It's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt. 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they ran against the 4-6 defense. Not only did they run against it, they tried to run it right up the gut.
And that's really not a great place to go when you're running against what is commonly known as the Bear defense, made popular by those great Chicago Bears teams. No place to go right in the middle of that.
The second down throw for Bridgewater. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on third down. On the counter, here's McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a handoff as they run left side. And it's a fumble. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. On third down, Bridgewater. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a first down. Now this time Rodgers will throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now Rodgers. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
10th carry now for McCoy. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll go again to McCoy. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
A second spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's got a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. And nobody was open downfield there. It looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And
he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards there and a first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Why 90? Why 90?
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Finding time. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Rams defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And the interception the last time, their 3rd takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost as it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, Rodgers. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Rodgers to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 5. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, it's McCoy. Oh, what a move. LaShawn McCoy off to the races. The 30. Touchdown, LA. LaShawn McCoy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense. Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he's brought down after a good gain. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throwing now is Ron. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Bridgewater surveying the field. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken right around the 44. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Rodgers now to throw. He's got time in the pocket, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And right now I take my rudimentary kindergarten skills and draw where the tackle box would be, because that was close. I thought he was in the tackle box. He has to be very careful when he gets rid of the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 21, and it'll give the Bucs a 1st down. And quickly they get to the line. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Seconds to go in the half. Here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. So we come upon halftime. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this 3rd quarter. Here's Cooks on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing this week. Look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not covered. Hey, what is he doing? What's that term they use? He's uncovering and making big catches. Really fun to watch.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They come out here in the eye. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. We get a glance at the Buccaneer defense as they file into position. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially. And that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. That's exactly what they have.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyler Matakevich not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Give him 14 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here now a look at LaShawn McCoy. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd down now following the run.
Why 90? Why 90?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
For the defensive guys, that's wrong on just about every level. You did so many things right. Knock the ball free. You're excited you're going to get the ball. And then the offense gets it back.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken at around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brandon Cooks, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost. But sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops. There he goes again.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quite the turnaround in this one from a week ago. And in the meetings, I made a faux pas of asking, hey, did he tweak something last week? Because we thought he just
took the brunt of the whole thing, and, of course, I sold you out on it. But
took one for the team.
You knew I was there with you, right? It was a legitimate question, though, because last week we didn't see what we're seeing today. The quickness to the hole, the ability to make cuts, the good vision. We didn't see any of that. He seemed a little bit sluggish in last week's game. Not so this week. Whatever the preparation was, it's working for him.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. Down the numbers. There he goes. The 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead
and that's caught inside the 35. They get 39 yards out of that one. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He's got Evans. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. Give him 7 on the play, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal, and they're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. So both back now in Los Angeles. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. 2nd down, Bridgewater. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And to give this time to the tailback. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And quickly they get to the line. Now Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. One receiver to the left is Evans. Rodgers now to throw. And oh, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. This is caught. It's Cooks. That one good for 21 yards. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a first and goal.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a second and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. Rodgers again now. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
And Hill with it over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Bridgewater, he's got time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So the D-line's going to spread out. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got it up over the foot.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 1-0. Ohio.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Here we go. Ohio.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll go on the ground. Room here to run. And he's brought down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he's brought down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. Here's Bridgewater. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Los Angeles first down. So deja vu all over again. Another good week, and sometimes maybe because the defense... And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. William Golston in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And they're going to speed things up here. Bridgewater. And he finds a man on the crossing route. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Bridgewater. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate, but the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Red zone opportunity. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Rams are going to get a first down. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. So 2nd and 10 here.
Get ready. Wide 80.
Bridgewater to throw. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Wide 90. Wide 90.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is running.